Hi guys, Alice Taylor down at Lytham Golf Academy, and today I'm going to be testing SRIXON's new offerings for the end of 2018 and going into 2019, the Z785 and the Z585 irons. Right then guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. Click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, follow me on my social media platforms under Ali Taylor Golf. Comment below on the videos and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. But for now, let's get on with the video. Let's have a close-up look at the heads and then let's hit some shots and see how these new irons from SRIXON are going to perform. So we can see the 785, much more of a kind of muscle back look, but a little bit of a cavity in there for a tiny bit of forgiveness. Forged from a single piece of steel. As we move across onto the 585. So still, really good looking club, nice thin top line, but we can see the speed channel in that head there. That's going to allow a little bit more kind of face flex. Get a little bit more speed across the club face. Hopefully give us maybe a little bit more distance with the loft at 31 degrees. But certainly going to be that little bit more forgiving and a bit more consistency. So we've got 32 degrees 7-iron with the Z785. And the Z585, just a degree stronger at 31 degrees. So both very, very similar in loft. So not really expecting to see a huge difference in distance. Probably just a bit more forgiveness from the 585 with that extra technology that's packed into the head. Right then guys, so I'm going to hit the Z785 first, followed by the 585. And what I love with these two models though is when you put them down side by side, there's not really much of a noticeable difference. I think if you didn't know which was which, most guys would struggle. Possibly just 585 a touch thicker on the top line, but both good looking clubs. So first of all, I'm going to hit the 785, like I said. Then I'm going to switch across onto there, and then we're going to compare the two models on performance. But while I'm hitting the shots, I'm going to tell you if they kind of feel much different as you're hitting the shots. So first off, more of the player's club. Sits nice behind the ball. You know, like the top line, fairly compact head, so not too small that guys would lose confidence in those longer irons. Now that one felt a little bit towards the toe. So just turning over a touch. And just a degree difference in the loft on these 7-irons. So like I said when I was looking at the close-up of the heads, 32 degrees for the 785, 31 for the 585. But that first one, even though it was a little bit toey, still felt pretty solid. That felt a really good solid strike. A little bit further out of that one. And out of the two models, I would expect this to be the least forgiving of the two, with it being aimed at that better player. So shot 3. Let's turn that one over a little bit early. Just pulled that a touch. So again, some good performance. Good distance, and like a lot of the modern 7-irons, you know, a little bit stronger loft, not excessively for these, but always going to expect to see that little bit more distance out of the more modern 7-iron. Last couple with the 785. That one not drawn back. So whereas the left one will go a little bit further, that little pushy one will just kind of hang out to the right. Again, let's just try and put one last good swing on it before we switch iron. And again, feels pretty soft this. I do like the feel, I do like the look, and certainly their numbers wise would give me pretty much what I'd be expecting with a 7-iron. So let's switch over onto 585. So like I said, not noticeably different looking, but certainly, you know, more technology packed into the head, and the speed channel should really be getting us, certainly on off-center strikes, a little bit more consistent ball speed. Okay. Definitely felt a little bit quicker off the face. That one's definitely got out a little bit further. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, not going to hit everything flush out the middle, but that one was very, very good strike. Now that was a little bit like that pushy one I had with the 785, but a little bit further. So certainly there for me that would show that the technology in the head for 585 working a little bit better for me on that one I don't quite get. And like I said, there's only 1 degree difference in this, so in theory maybe 2 to 3 yards. Certainly for me, sound-wise, a little bit louder, this model, and doesn't feel maybe quite as soft as 785. So certainly out of the two, I would prefer the feel of 785. There's still some very, very good numbers. So that was very low on the face. That is really, really poor strike. That's still done very, very nicely. Might hit an extra one and take that one off on the numbers. But we still carried a decent distance. So again, that felt solid, if not absolutely flushed. And not really much of a drop off from the good strike. So I'm going to hit an extra one with this, and I'm going to take the very thin one off just for the overall performance, because it was a very different strike than I've had with the other club. So last one. Felt good again. Just turning over a little bit more. Okay guys, so for me, looks wise, not a massive amount, but did probably lean towards 785 on looks. Certainly 785 on feel, but let's look how the two models perform and see which is, in my opinion, maybe the better model for me, or maybe for you guys out there watching. Right then guys, so look at the two models there, and as you'd expect, 585 with a little bit more ball speed. Interestingly though, I thought it felt like there would be more ball speed from that. 585 actually launching a little bit higher. Now again, maybe a little bit surprising with that actually having less loft, but maybe CG a little bit lower in there. Both of them a little bit low on spin for me, which, you know, it's a little bit damp down here. Maybe there's a little bit of moisture around. And carry distance, 785, 172, pretty much where I'd expect a 7 iron to be with 32 degrees of loft. And 180, maybe a couple of yards longer than I expected with 585. But both really, really good. Right guys, so kind of as you'd expect, we saw 785, looks felt a little bit nicer, but distance and forgiveness, 585 edged it. So I think if you're a good player whose ball striking's good and you don't need that little bit of help, you're definitely going to be into this. For you guys out there who maybe your ball striking is not as consistent as you'd like it to be, the extra technology in 585 is really, really going to help. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Let's make sure you get my videos as soon as they come out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down there in the future. Stay in contact.